Hello, bracelet community. How are you? I hope you are all well. It's Tuesday, 11/12. I hope everybody's off to a great start this week after the 11/11 portal and the full moon coming up on Friday. I just wanted to drop a quick message here. Sorry, there's birds everywhere today. There's blue jays, there's peregrine falcons, a lot of air traffic up here today. And the sun over there, it's so clear out, so beautiful. And I'm up on this hill. I haven't been here in like 2 years. And there's a coyote den on the top of the hill in the corner, go figure. And it's kind of like the bat cave. There's all these small trees, and then there's like the coyote hole behind it. And then you've got the hill, and the hill is covered in trees. But you can see all the little trails that they leave on. And you know, you're not gonna have any deer coming up on this hill, but you can see how these coyotes come out of their holes, take off this way, take off that way. And I'm looking at, like, you know, over a quarter mile of forest preserve in every direction on this hill. So it's beautiful, it's glorious. I'm a little winded, I'm a little parched, but I wanted to say thanks for the support with the bracelets. I post a lot of photos on here. Every bracelet pretty much goes on a hike, unless I've been, you know, short on time or I've been really cranking them out. All these bracelets, you know, get the blessing and the Reiki when I am intuitively channeling them and designing them and creating them for individuals or just to create. But then they get that energy while they're charging in the box or on selenite slabs or on crystals or, you know, in the containers that I keep them in my healing room, in this big glass cabinet. But then there's the times that they come out here on the hike and they get like a 3 to 4 hour blessing, you know, through all the natural elements in all the different forest preserves that I use. And I hike 15 to 20 forest preserves, and I mainly photograph these bracelets in 10 of them, but it all depends on the individual. It depends on the bracelet. It depends on the season. It depends on the terrain or the topography or, you know, what the weather is doing. I know what this bracelet or this individual needs for the most part, so I'm gonna go to those places and stamp that bracelet with that energy, along with clearing what they don't need or setting it for their highest best or setting it in protection. So thanks for putting up with all those photos that I just push and dump onto the Earth 33 Energy site. I'm sitting on over 1,000 photos right now for other bracelets and other people that I have already taken, but I got to edit the photos and then tweak them and put them into a storyline. What you've seen from me the last couple weeks is I have 8 bracelets for sale right now. There were going to be 2 more bracelets sold in a bundle, but I have decided to sit on those for now. These 8 bracelets that are for sale have all been created like 9+ months ago. They were just created for the heck of it, and they've been sitting, they've been charging. There were other bracelets that I have gifted to people or I have given away to people that I had created out of the blue. Some of these bracelets, you know, if you're following me at my other account, at Peter Trottier, there was the bracelet, you know, that I was sitting on for the little boy from Atlantis. So these bracelets are all created and channeled intuitively. I have created over 300 bracelets now. I think I've sold about 30 of them to date. So there are obviously a tremendous amount that I have given away to people or I have gifted to people, or I know people need it for their recuperation or their healing or their protection. I know people need it, you know, for other parts of their life or other things they're going through. And a lot of times Spirit is telling me to create these bracelets for these people. Spirit is telling me, you know, how things are going to work out. And then on the hike, they're showing me, take a photo over here, pick this little item up over here. This goes with it. And I'm trying to post that at times on this page, because with so many people and so many bracelets and so many messages and so many photos and so many hikes, it is a tremendous amount to try to remember. And I do it because I like to do it. But some of these bracelets literally have 15 to 20 hours, invested in them. Private jets always move fast. And loud. And the thing is I just want to give you a little bit of an idea or a synopsis of, you know, what's happening with these bracelets. So I definitely have future plans for packaging and inserts and other stuff I want to include. There's other things I'd like to do with buying even more beads and, doing some different stuff. Unfortunately, I'm limited by costs and time. And while I'd like to put these on eBay or Etsy or Poshmark, certain people are and aren't looking for this stuff in some of those places, or there's just too much of it to begin with. But then you've got to pay the man, you've got to pay the site, you've got to pay the taxes. Shipping in some cases is a little bit more than, what I would like to charge. So for right now, I'm kind of just doing it through me and doing it through, Instagram here. And if you've got Zelle or you've got PayPal, that works best for me. Some of you have asked me to create bracelets in the past, and I appreciate that. Or you're looking for me to possibly create in the future. Whenever you can give me as much lead time as possible, it helps, because I also keep my energy very high when I make these bracelets, okay? I live a pretty high vibe lifestyle for the most part, but when I'm gonna create a bracelet for anybody, or even a bracelet, I am in like the highest vibrational state that I can be in. I'll come in after a hike. I'll come in after a hike and meditations. I'll come in after a workout and a salt bath. I will do everything and anything I can to put as much as I can into the bracelet, because it's an extension of me. And I'm passing that energy and, that message on to those people for their highest best, and, for other things that I'm told to incorporate into the bracelet when I'm channeling the beads and doing things and changing this and changing that. I'm not necessarily saying, oh, they need carnelian and they need obsidian and they need amethyst and they need rose quartz. There's a little bit of that, but a lot of times I'm just drawn to what is supposed to be there, and I put it on the beadboard. And then a lot of times it can be laid out on the beadboard and I start threading it, and all of a sudden a bead doesn't work, or something won't fit because the hole's not right, or the bead just doesn't want to cooperate. And I'm like, okay, Spirit's telling me there's something else that's needed, or I got to go in a different direction. Sometimes I'll have it all laid out thinking, all right, that was cool. That took a half an hour. That took 20 minutes. That took 10 minutes. That took 45 minutes. And I go to thread it. And like I said, Spirit wants me to do something else. Or at the end, it's only so long, and I thought it was longer, and Spirit's like, add to it. So these bracelets, they're always, interesting how they come about. But I've never shipped or gifted anything to anybody that I wasn't 100%, behind or feeling good about. And for any of you following me that have received a bracelet, I'm pretty sure it is still holding up and carrying its light and its protection. Just remember, put it out under a full moon, put it out under a full sun, put it in a salt bath with you if it's not going to ruin the crystals or warp the wood, sage it, selenite it, smudge it. Do whatever you got to do to keep that vibration high on those bracelets, okay? Because they do take a hit every day, and they are doing their job. So it's important for you to clean and clear and cleanse and reject that negative energy, but also to restore it so that when you're rocking it, and you're rolling, you're high vibe. So with that being said, I'm going to get back to my day here. The peregrine falcon has taken off. I upset it. The Blue Jays were here. I've seen Blue Jays like every day now for over a week. They had their message earlier, and they were like, keep speaking your truth. Keep putting your message out there. Open up your throat chakra. Just keep doing it. Even if it's not perfect, just keep doing it. So I think I'm getting better at these videos. But all the best to you on the full moon on Friday. All the best to you all as we go into the holiday season, and all the best to you moving forward into the new year. And if you have any questions about these bracelets, or you're looking for a gift for somebody down the road, or you need me to create or craft one, reach out, give me the lead time. We'll see how things go, and we'll work towards something. And thanks for putting up with all the posts and all the stories and all the messages on here, because what I'm also starting to do is telling people, here's your bracelet, here's all the photos, here's the story. It's the only way I can record it right now without forgetting everything. This bird is tripping me out. I don't know what type of bird that is. And all the different messages that come through, let alone on the hike. And I think in like the last 2 months alone, I've created an extra 10 bracelets, blessed them, hiked them, photographed them. Some have been forwarded, some are in the process, some are waiting. It's a lot. It's way too much to remember. So I'm kind of putting it on this account so that people can always come back to it and reference it and see it, and then ask me questions, and I'll remember. Peace, love, and light to you all. Have a blessed week, and all the best to you as always.